É aqui, né, que tá vindo?
This one's not been dead long.
Let's hope he stays that way.
Fevereiro de 68, New Eden. É de 1688, quer dizer. Na Europa, tá. Essa é essa daqui. Essa aqui.
Looks like they were taken by surprise.
If there's a survivor, they're not here. We push on. If the map is correct, the treasure must be hidden nearby.
Reinforcements! This isn't going well.
Run, Red!
Hurry! She's being overrun! Come on!
E eu, hein? Sei quem é você, tá maluco? Eu não vou
According to
chegar
our
aqui.
map, the treasure can't be far.
Inimigo invisível. Inimigo invisível. Em 1345, o velho mundo teria sido salvo da peste negra se os mercadores covardes não tivessem fugido da cidade de Cafa, levando com eles a doença por toda a Itália e então para todo o continente, matando milhões e desesperando o resto. As epidemias são o inimigo invisível capaz de derrotar os exércitos mais fortes, pois infundem o medo antes que se derrame o sangue e já atingiram e condenaram famílias à morte muito antes de cavar a primeira sepultura. Diante da doença, os sábios sabem que não há alternativa a não ser isolar e trancar doentes até que não haja mais casos relatados entre a população saudável. Isso pode soar cruel e até um certo ponto, mas perdi os meus pais e meus seis irmãos para várias doenças. Testemunhar devastações e epidemias descontroladas é uma questão de sobrevivência e sacrifício dos poucos benefícios dos animais. Disciplina é a chave, e nesse assunto os oficiais são os mais bem treinados, aqueles que já conhecem o ônus do comando. Melhor. Já tá 11, vai pra melhor, pô. Então, nem como. Já tem nem como.
Could this be what's drawn on the map?
Pra que que vê, né?
Not to make you angry.
Come on, Sebastian! I don't know how long I can keep this up. Come closer if you dare.
É muito desalutinho, né, cara? Passa por poder pegar tudo, mano. Os caras estão morrendo aí, eu tô pegando item.
boat is shot!
É a mulher?
Behind you!
Toma um tapão. Nossa, velho, que é isso? Ei,
There's more of them.
Watch out. Spectre possession.
vai.
Die, you bastard! It's angry now.
Toma. Ela, não tive visto.
I'm fine.
Tá fine. Tá fine. Eu já vou atender os caras ali, tá?
I love doing that.
Pronto. E aí, meus queridos?
A timely arrival. You'll be Haskell's Banishers. Thank you. Thank you both.
You can
Okay.
see me.
Clear as day, just as I can see. This is my husband. I am Helen Priest.
Antea Duarte. This is my partner, Red McGrath.
It is rare that the living can see the lingering dead.
All I know is one day I woke after 7 long years of grief, and my Sebastian was back. It was as if my prayers had at last been answered. That was enough for
Ué,
me.
e a mulher?
In times of danger, I am duty-bound to protect the woman I love. You understand?
Como foi mais pra você?
What was it like for you? After my own death, I floated outside of time without knowing what was happening to me.
Floating outside of time. Yes, that's exactly it.
True love finds a way. That's all that matters.
Toma seus
We
ombros.
found the rest of your men outside. They're gone. I'm sorry.
We were overrun. I sent Matthews and Williams with the supplies to race for the hoist.
This was a risky expedition. But Helen had no choice. If the survivors were to rely on Pennington alone, the fort would have already fallen.
I suspect that's so. Sometimes difficult choices.
É,
must
porque
be
ela não
made.
foi maldosa, ela, tá
Courage.
ligado?
All the courage in the world will be worthless if those in command.
Ela não foi
won't match
maldosa
it.
com os caras, pô.
Pennington did this while monsters relentless besieged the fort. But make no mistake, these men's deaths are on the captain's conscience. If he has one.
How so?
7 years ago, a plague came to New Eden. Pennington quarantined the sick in the mines, walled them up. They were dark times. Hard times. None knew what the morrow would bring. We all lost much. Too much. As second in command, Sebastian volunteered to stay. Walled in with the others, he held out the longest. He died a
E a mulher dela?
And now the Forsaken are rising. They demand revenge.
Who would blame them? I watched them die. Soldiers and miners, sick and hungry, begging for help they knew would never come.
Captain Pennington has much blood on his hands.
Você tem minha simpatia.
I'm sorry. You've been through a lot.
We have. We are and we'll persist till we prevail.
We should get back to the fort. We will escort you.
I'm afraid I locked us in when I broke the latch.
If there's a way out, we'll find it.
Tá. Ah, essa mulher não foi, né? Entidade. Espectros nas minas aguardam o rancor do Capitão Pennington. Tá. Isso aqui não. O Rebecca está apaixonado por Fernando Miller. Tá, mulher, como assim? A gente sabe por onde agora aqui? Como assim, cadê ela? Ah.
Efficient cannon powder.
Impressive. You Banishers are quite something. A Banisher marched with my father's infantry. Good for morale, he said.
Soldiers
yeah.
usually carry their ghosts with them. War is good for our business.
I take it.
Ah, qual é outro bagulho aqui? Ah, deliberar aqui, não é? Tá Jericó. Tá, encontrar aqui a loja porque o comandante já tá livre aqui. Só voltar
That's
aqui.
how you met. I know a soldier when I see him fight.
I never worked for the army, but something like that.
Fogo ali em cima. Tem um baú ali em cima.
We'll come back for you, my friend.
My sympathies.
Foi mal, gente. Caraca, mano, tem que parar com isso, cara.
Can you find a way around the locked door?
Tem que parar com isso, mano, na moral. Deve dar pra poder. Amarrar assim, né? Pronto. Cara, o que eu vou upar? Cara, eu nem olho esses bagulhos de esconderijo, mano. Na moral, eu não tenho paciência de ficar achando. Não tenho paciência de ficar
These
achando.
two miserable powder boxes. How low has Pennington brought us?
If you didn't like him, why did you follow him?
I followed his reputation, but he's no longer the same man.
What would you do in his place?
I'm doing it. He sits behind his walls waiting for them to fall, and I'm out here fighting to live. We're fighting for our lives. The captain is in the way.
These internal conflicts are a risk for the stability of the fort.
A necessary risk for the survival of all. But I agree. This must end.
Pensei que aquela menina tava apaixonada por uma mulher, cara. Sei lá, eu confundi
You may
tudo.
leave the crates. I'll send someone back for them.
Yeah, the path should be quiet. We cleared the area of the Spectre's nest.
That's a relief. Follow me.
Essa velocidade aí, mulher, você. Ah, nunca mais reclamei da velocidade dela porque ela sumiu. Cara, com mulher, eu falei. Ah, ali. Tá com a mulher, o flash, filho. Do nada.
White! Open the gates!
Priests? What are you lot waiting for? Open the gates!
Go talk to Pennington. Make him understand, if you can.
Where can I find him?
He hides in his office. You'll find him there.
Where are the others? Williams and the other chap?
Matthews. We were ambushed. They fell.
May God have mercy on their souls.
There's ammo in the elevator. Send Shepard and Abbott to bring it back.
Tá, agora aqui eu tenho que achar a lojinha, certo? Deixa eu botar aqui. Achar a lojinha. Mas eu quero upar pra caralho. Embaixo ou em cima? Ali. Deixa eu querer. Fechado. Fechado ainda. Carta do soldado do Walt Williams número 2, minha dulce Elt. Alguns dos nossos companheiros estão doentes, mas não posso fazer nada por eles, sensível como eu estou. Matthews passou a noite ao lado da enfermeira carregando vômito em baldes. É um bom homem, embora fale pouco. Eu estou com frio, estou com fome, estou cansado e ainda a luta pra frente. Seu robô. Ah, Bíblia. Como é que eu vou abrir, mano? O bagulho lá, cara. Na moral, cara, só queria upar, mano. Será que eu tenho que falar com esse cara primeiro pra depois?
Captain Pennington.
Vamos ver.
No time, no way out. No way in.
Tá porra.
No time at all.
Captain Pennington, sir.
Mr. McWraith, you live.
Sempre
There's
vivo.
work to be done.
Work. You had work, a mission. To bring one last glimmer of hope, to gladden our hearts before the pit takes us all.
You secretive bastards haven't helped.
The job is done. There's no more hope and little enough time. All that remains is the pit.
O que ele falou?
Welcome to the last stand, McGrath. Welcome to the end.
Welcome to the
I
mato.
wouldn't surrender just yet, Captain. I found Helen Priest. We brought supplies.
A waste of effort on both accounts.
E olha lá.
Hardly. We saved a life. Resupplied, you may save more.
For the sake of what? For the sake of days, a week perhaps? You've saved no one. You've prolonged the terror.
E olha lá.
The dead will come. Our throats will feel their bony fingers soon enough. The end is inevitable.
Será que você não vai agir?
It is if you will not act. You're the officer. Take command. Surely you can't intend to do nothing.
You sound like Priest. She has changed. Her return to Fort Jericho has made her impulsive, irrational, quarrelsome. I believe she did not fully grieve her husband's loss. Returning to the scene has, it seems, reopened the wound. It festers. She'll join the lieutenant soon enough. When our defences crumble at the last, the pit shall take us all.
Pode, filha da puta.
Negócio de aquele sexo agressivo.
Pode, filha da puta. Bate com pau na minha cara, dá tapa na minha bunda, fodendo uma noite inteira. Me fode, filha da puta. Bate com...
Márcia, valeu aí pelo follow, mano. Obrigadão. Mas... eu passo, cuidado. Como estão as coisas aqui?
How do things stand, Captain, as you see them?
Little has changed. The dead flood from the mines. We shoot them down and gain respite. Soon, the onslaught begins anew. The clock of our extinction ticks on towards the hour. We may no more defeat the dead than we may vanquish the ocean waves.
As pessoas têm esperança.
Folk have little enough hope, and you're leading them further into the darkness.
I've heard the whispers, the murmurs, the plotting from the shadows. We hold to the last. We resist, till retribution rises from the pit and drags us all to hell.
Well, that's something worth waiting for.
I fail to see the appeal of this slow agony.
How unfortunate. Because thanks to you, and the time you bought us, the agony will be all the slower.
Caraca, mano!
Permission to take my leave, Captain.
And if I refuse it?
Ué,
Are you trying to recruit me, Captain? Do you really think I'd take the King's shilling?
If I were to offer enough shillings, I'm sure of it. I need no new lieutenants. But if you wish, you may stay. This key unlocks the unused watchtower. You'll bill it while you're here.
ah, agora eu vou poder sair. Esses chames aqui. Cara, sei lá, mano.
On the one hand, a captain beaten by the world. On the other, his rival haunted and mutinous.
In a fort besieged by vengeful specters.
Helen worries me. Sebastian's return has lit a fuse.
Tá deprimente. Não dá nem poder abrir esse bagulho também, né? Tá, bora upar. Ah, tem muita coisa pra poder upar agora, mano. Na moral. Tá me sentindo deprimido, cara. Fala com esse cara aí. Eu fiquei tristão, mané. Tá. Eu vou para isso daqui. Eu vou para isso, tá? Agora. Eu tenho um bagulho melhor que esse? Eu acho que não, né? Tô usando qual? Tô usando isso aqui, né? Bagulho, 3, 3. Tem 4 bagulho também aqui, né? Tem bagulho que usa aquele polimorfo, cara. Esse daqui, o flagelo. Vou usar já. Ou upa esse daqui, ou upo minha arma. Minha arma. Nossa, tá 6 na minha arma. Vento. Magnetina. Tá, cara, que tô muito forte agora. Minha arma tá 6 pra 6. O jogo é muito bom, cara. Na moral, esse jogo é muito maneiro. Tá maluco, filho. Tipo, tô com muito sono. Sério, tô com muito sono.
For years, Kate Newsmith believed she did not measure up to her sister. Now she knows that in her kindness, she is at least her sister's equal. Thick skin has paid for her sins. But what of her sister? What will Kate do now? Her people look to her for their future, their protection, their survival.
Banishers, may I have a word?
Helen, something wrong?
Apologies for disturbing your rest. I'm afraid it can't wait. What did you think of the captain?
Uma destroçada.
I saw an officer alone. A proud man turned to stone, perhaps by years of war. I saw a broken man.
I did not see the tyrant you described.
Inaction is tyranny. He will not act, but nobly get the hell out of the way.
I do not disagree, but the captain needs help.
I too was a soldier, broken and haunted. With Anthea's help, I recovered. Bennington may need the same.
Leave Pennington to me. The good folk of the fort need your help. You are Banishers. The dead, you'll have noticed, hammer at the gates. I would like you to go into the mines and find out what enrages them so. I would like you to do what the captain will not.
And while we deal with the hordes of angry specters, what shall you be doing?
When the mines are purged, I'll oust Pennington.
Eita! Onde vamos?
Where do we go?
There is a second tunnel into the mines. The entryway was walled shut during the quarantine. Getting there will not be easy, but the barricade should fall without too much difficulty. After that, who knows?
Underground again. Wonderful.
If it soothes you, I too am taking a significant risk. The captain has a penchant for
Eu
locking
vou
people
terminar a
up in
missão
New
daquela
Eden
mulher lá,
jails.
mano.
Some years ago in New Eden town, the captain locked up an innocent woman. A fate I wish to avoid.
We should go.
Then it's agreed. When you're ready, you'll investigate the mines. Take the hoist to the waterfall, near the outpost you first found me. From there, it is not far to the tunnel. Keep your wits and all your luck about you.
Tá, deixa eu ver aqui. O líder. Há alguns anos o capitão prendeu uma mulher inocente. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Agora tem 2 bagulho, mano. Tá primeiro.
An innocent woman jailed.
Strange. The captain doesn't strike me as a petty tyrant.
Helen is right. The truth
mostra logo
lies
o
down
bagulho,
there,
cara. Preciso.
somewhere. This is no coincidence. This all connects back to the
How
curse.
often must we argue?
We shall argue until you hear me.
I hear you all too well. I hear a hoggish harridan, a narrow nag, a selfish shrew.
One of these days, I shall poison your soup.
And the day before, I'll take you to the highest cliff and push you off it.
O que é esse daqui? Errado de novo. Eu acho ali em cima. Não, peraí. Será que é essa a loja do Fernando?
Please excuse my husband. He really is as unpleasant as he sounds.
Ah, mano.
And
Moral,
who
só
are
foi
you
falar
then?
com ela que meu pé caiu, mano!
I'm McCraith, ma'am. I'm a banisher.
Are you indeed? Pleased to meet you, Mr. Banisher. I'm Abigail Rumble. Thanks to you, me and my husband should soon be able to go back to our mountains.
Tô normal?
You and your husband prefer an isolated life outside the fort.
I have a roof above my head, my belly is rarely empty, and I live by my beliefs. We suffered for many years. By comparison,
Nada, cara!
Do you not find it dangerous out here? Just the two of you alone.
I thank you for your concern, but we live how we live, and it makes us quite contented.
Não, deixa
I'll
aí.
let you get back to your day, madam.
If you need anything, feel free to ask.
Onde está lá desse cara, mano? Será que é aqui? Não. Cara, é por aqui, mano. O que tá falando? É essa a loja do Fernando. Mas como eu vou abrir? Fechar a loja do Fernando. Temos aqui qualquer arquivo aleatório de documentos de ordem agora estão trancados no andar de cima do arsenal. Para ter acesso, procure. Capitão Penta. Junho de 95, senhora. Embora você não me conhecesse, eu não conheço você. Meu comandante me disse que você está noivo do jovem Tabalt Williams, da milícia do New Eden. Um homem bem corajoso e realmente triste que ele esteja morto. Em uma incursão da selva em busca de munições, o jovem Williams e seu companheiro foram atacados pelos terríveis inimigos. Infelizmente, dá-me dizer que você e que eles tombaram. Lembraremos do jovem Talbot como um homem sempre pronto para se voluntariar, sem nunca reclamar, nem não importando das impostas a ele para o seu serviço. Não há alma na milícia que não considere um amigo. Só a nossa tristeza compartilhada, Andrew White. Outra Bíblia. Ah, mas o prédio está caindo aos pedaços. Acesso a partir desse meu restrito. Perigoso, objetos caindo. Aqui é prisão.
Storeroom. Locked.
Meu Deus, quanta Bíblia esse pessoal tem, hein? Não mais nada aqui? Vamos por baixo, ó. Tá. Tá. Eu quero saber como é que eu vou entrar no lado do Super Ginando, mano.
A store. Ferdinando's? Closed. Are we in the right place?
Try next door.
Anyone home? No one.
Papers in Miller's name. We're in the right place.
Aqui, Fernando.
Keep looking. He's organized.
Disorganized traders lose money.
Parte reads English extensively.
Well, nobody's perfect.
O Wilson observou e confirmou que a propriedade da loja está agora conhecida como propriedade da senhora Rebecca Hargrave. Agora passa inteiramente sem ônus para o Fernando Miller. Confirmado pela autoridade legal revelante, ou seja, eu. Esse registrado quando as circunstâncias permitirem. Quê? Peraí. Ele matou. Peraí. Pedaços de madeira esculpido em forma de amuleto, mas ainda não acabado.
He's making protective amulets.
He's making useless trinkets.
And he works hard to keep it away.
Ele tá tentando machucá-la.
Maybe she tried to harm him. Let's search the store.
Ah, peguei uma chave, cara. Por que o negócio não vai abrir? Estranho, hein? Estranho esse baú não abrir, hein?
Surprisingly high quality wares.
Can't be many left in New Eden with the means to buy.
Registro Fernandes, loja, ingressão, bagagem, ferreiro, ingressão, pinturas.
He's doing surprisingly well for himself.
Where did he get the inventory?
Testamento de Rebecca Hungrave, o último desejo do testamento. Eu, senhora Rebecca Hungrave, na cidade de New Eden, com mente sã e firme intenção, logo perguntando Billy na eventualidade da minha morte, toda a minha propriedade, incluindo entre outros seguintes itens: uma casa de joia, pintura dos espelhos, uma coleção de livros, toda a bagagem de conteúdo, um conjunto de caligrafia, móveis diversos, aquele dinheiro em espécie sobre minha posse ou em meus negócios, ou em qualquer banco.
Rebecca's will. She was rich. She left him the lot.
That's where he got the inventory.
Aye. The list matches his sales record.
Touch my money and I'll drop you.
Yalla.
What are you doing here? Thieving, no doubt.
I'm no thief, Mr. Miller. I'm the Banisher. I brought Helen Priest back to the fort.
A Banisher? Thieves lie. How do you know my name?
'Tis my business to know. Red McCraith.
If you are a Banisher of ghosts, I have business for you. I'll pay.
Rebecca me enviou você, Rebecca.
Aye. I know about Rebecca. It was she who sent me to find you. She worries for you. Says she loves you.
The English have a word for that. Hogshite.
Por que ligar a você a fortuna dela?
If not for love, why did she bequeath you her fortune?
Whichever. It matters not. You're a Banisher. It is your job to get rid
Mata
of
ele.
Can you not just do your work?
Easy, Mr. Miller. Now, I'll need to examine Rebecca's belongings.
I sold them. All of them.
You did? To who?
I don't know. People. I wrote it down. In the register. Read it, if you wish.
2 recent sales. To the blacksmith and to Ingersoll's store.
Mostra os produtos.
Stuff looks good. Let's trade.
Now, my friend, we are conversing.
Tenho 1.700! De onde apareceu isso tudo?
You've put quite the effort into protecting your home, haven't you?
You poked about my house without my say-so.
Vou matar
I know
ele.
my business. So out of generosity, here's the truth. None of it works. Not the wreath, not the amulet. None of it works. Pretty though.
His brooch is working.
It works. She hasn't come back. I can sleep now. I hear her calling, whispering my name. I wait to find her at my bedside. Our eyes meet. She stares. She won't leave me alone. She's an Akishi, a demon. Banish
Vou
her.
matar é você. Roubou a mina, mano. Matou ela.
I need a job. I accept.
Sempre tem isso.
Farewell to you, Mr. Miller, sir.
You know where to find me. If you're buying, I'm selling.
Enough, John. I'll not listen to another moment of yours.
He'd sold it all. Everything she'd owned. And fast.
The captain's a war hero. Have respect.
Tá limpando a ficha.
He's wiping the slate clean and moving on.
If we track her things down, perhaps they'll tell us.
Onde está a loja da forja? Passei por ela. Ai, caramba, meu Deus, essa me deixando maluco. Aqui é o caso do capitão, pô.
I mean, as wolf pelts go, it's pretty. But I've more than enough of them. Folk in Boston are not short of wolf pelt. What do I do with this?
You're a merchant.
Greetings. Welcome to Ingersoll's General Store.
Ingersoll.
I'm Bathsheba Ingersoll, the owner.
Mhm.
What can I get you? A comb, perhaps?
A comb. Very funny. Red McCraith, and pleased to meet you.
Oh, please get the comb.
Shall we trade?
I rather think we should, sir.
Talvez
What interests you?
Esse aqui é o que? O amuleto? Deixa eu ver como é que é o amuleto, cara. Habilidade 40, força, tá. Tá, meu amuleto é melhor. Tem que upar ele. O amuleto é melhor. Qual é o outro? O brush, né? 2, 4, 5. O brush também é melhor. Tá.
Ferdinando Miller sold you a few things recently, right? May I have a look?
You may, yes. Though I doubt they'd be much use to you. Unless you've got a knack for art. Mr. Miller mostly sold me paintings. You can't miss them, they're the only ones I have.
Shall we trade?
I rather think we should, sir.
Pinturas.
What interests you?
E o cobre? É aqui. Preciso de quantos? Ah, não, Megatina.
Shall we trade?
I rather think we should.
I must take my leave.
Thank you for your visit. Do come again.
Ok. Tá se caindo.
The work, I mean.
Not our ghost eye, though. Let's try the forge.
A forja. Aqui, né? Cadê o cara da forja?
A note?
Let's see.
Já recebi as coisas que você me devia. Elas são boas. Pensei que você era muito justo. Parece que não é. O escravo de Rebecca Fernando não está satisfeito com a fortuna de sua amante morta. Curando ele é um homem livre agora. É um comerciante a ser eliminado. Essa bosta pode ser nosso fim. Me escute. De qualquer forma, estamos quites. Você e eu. Até o próximo embaralhamento de cartas no quartel com os homens. Vou falar você mais uma vez. Theodore.
Ferdinando was a slave. She was his owner.
She kept that quiet, as if it were of no consequence. We know where to go. The barrack room.
Meu Deus. Menina de Millie foi escravizada e Rebecca era sua dona. Menina de Millie herdou a fortuna de Rebecca. Claro, ele roubou ela, mano. É ele que matou ela, pô.
I sense the vivid the quill resonates. An echo, perhaps.
I only recognize my name in the list.
Distant family, but I can't disinherit them.
I would never ask you that. To have met you is already more than I ever expected. If I was to lose you, God forbids, I'd cherish all that reminds me of you.
If you were to lose me, all that I own would now be yours.
Ele matou ela, cara.
He claimed not to love her. Why lie?
Maybe he didn't lie. Maybe he pretended to love her.
Let's see what he has to say about it.
É isso mesmo, cara. Ele é desgraçado. Fernando fingiu amar a Rebecca para herdar a sua fortuna. Vou matar ele. Vou matar ele.
Banisher?
Mano, na moral, cara, peraí, cara. Cara, por que tá assim, cara? Rapidinho,
Farewell
meu
to
Deus.
you, Mr. Miller, sir.
Caraca, do
You know
nada,
where to find me.
mano.
If you're buying, I'm selling. Banisher?
Agora vai. Só compartilhava.
Rebecca was in love with you. The feeling was not mutual. True?
I was her pet. A dog nuzzling its master, hoping she might loosen its leash. She loved me, she said. I allowed her to think I loved her back. I sat up and begged and let her pet me. I was a very good boy.
You gulled her, then took advantage.
To a slave, a crumb of freedom tastes like a loaf. You'd have done no different.
No.
And I'd do the same again.
When you faked your feelings for Mistress Argrave, you gained much more than freedom. Rebecca made you rich.
As she lay dying, Rebecca Hardgrave gave me my freedom. Before that, I was her slave.
How very romantic.
If it weren't for the captain, the good people of New Eden would have let me die too. Enough chitter-chatter. Perhaps you should get back to work.
Yeah?
What am I paying you for?
I'm a banisher, Mr. Miller, not a rat catcher. Ghosts were human. They're emotional, full of hopes and fears about the past and the future too. To find out what ties the ghost to the living and end the haunting, I must know the story. You want me to finish the job, then the story must be told. The ghost must manifest.
I do not like this idea. This idea can shit itself 6 times by sundown.
Come on, break the brooch and let's get it over with.
No choice remains.
Vou matar ele.
Let it be done.
Vou matar esse cara.
And I'll be done with it!
You're here at last!
Step no closer!
I don't understand. Are you not glad to see me?
Now, Banisher! End this!
Not now. You need to hear the truth, both of you. That reminds me. Rebecca, you omitted to tell us that Ferdinando was your slave. That you owned him.
I loved him.
I was a slave! I was not free to leave! What kind of love is that?
What are you saying? We loved each other.
Love? No. I told my master what she wanted to hear. I gulled her with a lie. I thought you a fool. But no, you believed me because you wanted to. Yet you didn't believe me, did you? Not entirely. That's why you never freed me.
I loved you, and you loved me. It was but a piece of paper. A piece of paper and a guarantee. I needed a guarantee.
You don't know what love is. You know only fear. You feared being undesired, being unnoticed, being alone.
True love requires you to let go.
Time to give this love story an ending.
Tá. Ó, ele era escravo, cara. Porra, mano. Mas ele não matou, cara. Mano. Mas mesmo assim, ele foi filha da puta, ele enganou ela, mano.
Ferdinando Miller. The world forced you into a lie. You lived it to the full. And in the end, it brought a haunting upon you. You are the tie that holds this ghost here.
No! Leave him be!
She's a ghost. Get rid of her. Wait. No. No. You can't take me. You don't own me. I am a free man.
Eita.
I have done nothing wrong.
No. But I have.
To hell with it. Your world is no place for men like me. You don't understand. You can't understand.
Tu é mau, cara.
I chose to cheat. You chose to kill. Which of us, Banisher, deserves death?
O homem que ela amava, Rebeca. Só depois começar. Aí, ó. Tapado, morreu logo. Olha o que eu gastei. Cara, eu vou lá dar uma upada nos bagulho. Ligado? Dá 9h30, cara. Ah, mas eu vou botar cedo, você não vai botar cedo. Sempre dormir cedo. E aí, dormir cedo. Por quê? Susto, mulher. Porra. A gema de elite que eu preciso só poder. Opa, vocês direto também. Evoluir. Isso aqui. Deixa isso daqui. Pronto, cara. Vai salvar? Deixa eu ver se vai salvar.